What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy FlippinStoop with another episode. I hope you guys are ready. So today, guys, I hope you guys are all doing good for number one. And for number two, we're doing a lot of organization within our business to make things as simple as possible. As you guys all know, I listen to Daily Refinement on a daily basis. And to be honest with you, he's encouraged me a lot throughout my business and through watching his videos and speaking with him on just taking the information that he's giving out and actually applying it to your business to make your business run more smoothly. And one example of that today is you can see in the background here, that thing used to be chock full of what my old store used to sell, which was electronics and pretty much about everything. There, that's better lighting. Pretty much about everything. You see how it's neater back there? And now what them shelves right there are going to do is every one of those are going to have 25 items on there. 25 items, even up top, for the next 5 days to list. So I don't have to think about what to list. I don't have to dig through a pile to find out what I'm going to list. I do have another pile in the other room. What I'm going to do today is go through that and set up my next 5 days. So that way, in here, I got my next 5 days planned to list. It's already picked, cleaned, washed, tags removed. Any fringes that you might find on your clothes, if you're listing them, guys, cut them off. Unless they're on jeans, because for some reason that's what's going on right now. People like that. But what I'm working on doing in my business today, guys, is simplifying my method. Everything has a place, and anything down here that doesn't have a place is getting removed. I literally was just watching a video maybe a week ago by Daily Refinement and says, if it's don't pertain to your business and your work area, what is it doing in there? And what I was doing is I was procrastinating, guys, on getting my old store inventory out of here and set up and ready for a garage sale, right? I would actually encourage you to, if you're a reseller, to do a garage sale once a year, do a flea market, do something once or maybe even twice a year, maybe in the beginning of the summer and the end of the summer, to inventory that hasn't sold or you haven't even listed. I don't know if you're buying in bulk like we do now. There's some things that I have that are definitely going to get removed from my store, like electronics. I'm not going to do electronics anymore unless they're like really high-end electronics and I find a great deal. So set them aside, maybe in your garage, wherever. That way you can have a garage sale, rummage sale, yard sale, whatever you want to call it, right? That way you're moving items constantly. Just sitting on items that are unlisted is doing you no justice. It's just taking up space. It's causing your brain confusion. What I'm trying to do within my business is eliminate all confusion throughout the day. I don't want any day that I wake up for me to be confused about what I want to do. The whiteboard really helped me out with that. And starting to become more organized in my business really started helping me out. For example, all the way down to where your scissors should be. Your scissors should have a spot. Like, for example, I'll show you something. As little as this. Like, your scissors should have a place. Your markers, your tags should have a place. Your box cutters, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your supplies of whatever sense. It all should have a place. So you don't have to look around for it. Looking around for an item that you need to use and you can't find it causes a lot of confusion, frustration, takes up unnecessary time. What you want to do, if you guys want to be really effective in reselling, is you want to have a very simple day-to-day routine that gives you the results you're looking for. Because if you're looking to get to 25, 30, 40, 50 items a day, you're listing a day, even if you only want to list 5 items a day, if you want to do it part-time, it is going to be much easier for you if everything has its place. It's going to be much easier for you guys if everything has an order of how you do it. For example, after I get done, I just picked this up. That bookshelf will be out of there too. I no longer do books. I was just listening to Daily Refinement yesterday, guys, and this is, and it's not like I'm bringing you news. He brought me this news, and I'm just passing it along. If you're going to list your items, it takes about 2 seconds to 5 seconds to fold the item that's going to get prepped to go into your poly bags for your inventory system. So after you list it and you upload it, take the time to fold that so it's going to fit in your poly bag and then set it aside. Like, this is what I'm going to be doing next today. Trying to show you guys the best I can. All these are stacked in order. when I go on my eBay store to punch in the inventory numbers, and that's another thing I'm gonna start working on, is putting them numbers, them custom SKUs right into the listing as I'm going, and then setting it up like this, so it's bing, bang, 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 boom, 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 boom. It'll all go right in a row, and what used to take me an hour and a half to 2 hours to do, now should only take me about 15 to 20 minutes to get my inventory put away. So what I'm trying to do is literally copy. And people be like, oh, you're just a copycat, right? Well, why wouldn't you want to copy somebody that's having some success on eBay, or a great deal of success on eBay, right? So don't feel like a follower or whatever if you're copying what other people are doing, guys, that is causing them good results. You guys, just recently, I have been really taking my business serious. Just recently, I've really been making some changes in my business that's making my format, making my daily routine a lot easier. And I'm telling you, I should have did this shit a year ago. But in the beginning, you're scattered. You're all over the place. You're not thinking about when your inventory grows to 1,500 items or 10,000 items or 500 items. You're not thinking about that in the beginning. What you're thinking about is getting your items up and listed. You're not thinking about the little things like packing them away in inventory after you're done. That way you don't have to dig through a pile of 1,500 items to find your shirt. Because if you do got to do that, you're going to once in a while not be able to find that item. It's going to cause frustration. Then you're going to have to cancel an order on your expense, which is going to defect your store, which is going to give you a lower seller's level eventually. 12 bad defects, you could definitely be kicked off of eBay. Like, plan this stuff out. I wish I would have planned it out and listened to. I remember months and months ago, guys. This is just kind of story time. But I remember months and months ago, guys, I listened to Daily Refinement, and he's like, find a niche. And you know what? In my mind, I said, man, go to hell. Right? I'm going to sell everything. He was so right. I should have just lived. Why did it was, you know what it was? Being stubborn and thinking that my method that I'm going to come up with is going to be better than the guys that are already successful. Don't do that. Don't be stubborn, because if you're hard-headed, you're going to have a soft ass because you're going to fall on it a lot, right? This is why I started making this channel, guys. For one, is to show you the failures I go through. That way you don't have to make them exact same failures. Don't let your clothes and your inventory get stacked up to the ceiling and then go try to dig for your orders that are getting filled the next day. Oh my gosh, I've been there. Don't do it, guys. I think every reseller's done it to a degree to where they got lazy in the beginning and they weren't putting their inventory away, or they got a late start on their day and they just didn't finish at the end of the night, whatever, or the end of the afternoon, depends on what your schedule is. But work on simplifying your system. I'm telling you, it makes a huge impact difference. Like, that is literally going to be labeled Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then once I get to Friday, once I clear off 2 shelves Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to go ahead and put up Saturday and Sundays. So it's going to go in a row from top to bottom every single day. So I don't even have to think about what items are going to get listed. I already got a mental idea of how I'm going to create that title. I already know what the price range is I'm going to be asking for it. There is no thinking required behind it. That is what makes your business run a whole lot smoother. So I strongly encourage each and every single one of you guys to listen to your mentors, right? Maybe I'm not your mentor, but listen to your people that are giving you the advice that's helping you along in the business. Why? Because it will help. I know you don't want to do inventory. Look, in the beginning, nobody wants to do inventory. Then after a while, you start doing inventory. Now my goal is to focus on, when I come down into the work area, it to look like a legitimate, organized business. That's my goal, right? And that's what I'm achieving each step of the way. Like, literally just that 5-tier shelf right there, and set up what I got to list today and the start of what I'm going to list tomorrow, and so on and so forth. I have enough inventory to fill that rack, and I'm going to do that. A lot of people say, don't get a death pile. Don't get, well, that would be, if I'm listing 25 a day, guys, that is 175 items a week I'm putting onto my store. People say don't, but my opinion, as long as you have a method, maybe not in the beginning, you don't get a death pile because it'll make you overthink. But that is my inventory pile, right? I want to be stocked up. I don't like having to worry whether I'm going to have enough inventory for the next day to list or not. I want to make sure I have enough inventory for the next 2 weeks to list, a month to list. Like every store could shut down right now and I would have enough inventory to list for the next couple of months. That's what you want to get to. That's, in my opinion, that's the goal you should be striving for, and find out a system that will work for you where you can store your inventory and go to the next day and not even have to think about what you're going to list, guys. It's the little things in your business that make it so much easier. I encourage you guys to take the time. First of all, I always say this in every one of my videos, believe that you can achieve it. Because a year ago, if you would have asked me how to even be at the level I'm at today, I would have told you you're crazy. Like, why? Because I didn't want to put in the work, to be truthful with you. I want to do it as easy as possible and list for an hour or two today and then my day to be over. Well, it's not going to be that easy if you want to be super successful on eBay. You're not just going to list for an hour or two and your day is going to be over. If you want that much freedom in your life, you may as well just keep your 9 to 5. Go do your 8 hours. So after you're done with your 8 hours, you don't got to do anything that you don't want to do. If you want to run a business in your first year or two, you're going to have to put some serious time and effort into it. And I even think beyond that, in your first year or two, you're really building a system that's going to work for your future employees when you bring them on. I want my employees, when I hire them, to know exactly what needs to happen. And just a simple shelf system like that, guys, makes it easier for them. If they have to go dig through what items to list, and then they got to come and ask me 99 questions if they want me to list this item or they want me... Now, wouldn't that just be a lot easier to say, hey, top shelf to bottom shelf, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Doesn't that make it a lot easier for the person that you're going to hire? Look, you got to have a system that's easy for you. Because if it's not easy for you, it's going to be more difficult for you to train your first employee or your first helper or your first contractor, whatever you want to word it, however you want to word it. Because if you don't know the system that you're going off, you can't possibly teach somebody a system that you don't have. So think about that. Think about the future. That's what I'm doing now, is thinking about my future, thinking about how I want my business to look, thinking about how I want it to operate, thinking about how much growth I want it to make each month or each quarter or each year. Think in advance, but focus in the moment. Does that make any sense to you guys? Think in advance, but focus in the moment. Well, I hope this video helped you guys out. I love you guys all. It is your boy FlippinStoop, and you guys have a blessed day.